There we go. You were good to go.
Cool. Just want to make sure that Pi definitely won, yeah?
Pi won at $50.
So we're using Pi then. The card back. Alright, so I'm probably gonna have a lot to explain very quickly, so we're just gonna start. This is Curse of Naxxramas. This is the first adventure ever released in Hearthstone years ago now. This is the normal mode, which is the easy standard mode, compared to heroic. So yeah, I think we're just gonna start. Timing starts when I press play here. Yep. Alright, so in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so how do you speedrun Hearthstone? Well, Hearthstone had a lot of single-player expansions released, where you just play against AI players with some very particular decks. So here we're starting off with currently the most aggressive deck we kind of have. This first fight here. So we're using Druid. One of Druid's main kind of play styles is summoning a lot of minions at once, and then just buffing the entire board. What we're going to do here. You'll be noticed that I'll be clicking the places where the card animations come up quite a lot. And that's to get them off the screen, because as long as the card animation's on the screen like this, the opponent won't play any more minions or cards. So we do it to quickly get rid of all the minions. Sorry, get through all the cards they're going to play on a turn. So most bosses will have 30 health. There's two exceptions in this adventure. But we'll get to those. Alright, so this is looking pretty good. We managed to get a decent board. This fight is using the most reset heavy because we'll take we'll reset quite quickly on it because we play quite a risky, but I think we're just barely off here. Yeah. Alright, so we'll get the win next time. So normal mode compared to heroic mode. Normal mode is just filled with a lot of aggressive decks. Mainly, where for heroic mode we have to actually think a little bit to play around some things. There are a couple of fights like that this as well, but we'll get to those. Alright, so this next one, Fairlina. So Fairlina has a hero power, which is you can spend 2 mana usually to do a particular action. Hers is deal 1 damage randomly to each enemy for the amount of cards they have in their hand. That's pretty annoying when you're trying to go fast and you want minions on your board. So our plan is just to get rid of our entire hand using Warlock, discard Warlock. I think the name, the clue is in the name that discard Warlock benefits from discarding its own cards. I've only got one good one. So we're going to try and dump. So it's cards like this. These 2 cards have particular benefits when you discard them from your hand. So this, if you discard it from your hand, you summon it. Oh, this isn't a good start. This deals 4 damage to a random enemy. Oh, this is looking a bit bad. I haven't really gotten much early power. I can fish for cards with that. This, when you discard it, you draw 3 cards. It's not getting good stuff. Alright, so we're going to take a quick restart on this because I think I pretty much lose that, unfortunately. So yeah, Fairlina could be quite aggressive. A lot of Naxxramas' bosses can be aggressive. They've got really good minions for how much mana they cost. But with some particular downsides, but that can be a real pain when trying to go fast because the minions is too big. Right. But his hand is looking a little bit better than before. So I'm going to play this card, which discards the highest cost card, but when it dies, it gives us 2 extra copies of it. So it gives 2 copies back. So we can get 2 copies of that really strong minion we just discarded. Okay. We are not having much good luck here. Alright, we'll discard that again. Ow. I don't think I lost this once when I was practicing earlier. Kind of bad. Okay. Oh man, that was real lucky. 1 in 5 discard for that particular card. Okay, we should be fine now. As long as I don't discard both of them. Okay. Okay, so this minion it's got 5 attack and has charge. But you discard 2 of your cards. But it's still really good. We're gonna play just Taunt here just for safety. Taunt, for anyone who's not a Hearthstone player or knows what's a Hearthstone, before anything else can be attacked. Sorry, Taunt minions have to be attacked first before anything else is able to be attacked. We might be able to find lethal here. Maybe. Okay, I hit the 1 in 4. Alright, that was really lucky. Alright. That's not the last time we're going to have to play in that deck, unfortunately. We have to play that deck another 2 times. But now we get to go on to kind of the original... like the original fastest deck for Hearthstone speedrunning is Shaman. It's been like the most staple deck for a while until fairly recently, where we stopped using it as much. Shaman's got a lot of strong minions that you can play for the downside that these cards that say Overload on them. When you play them, you get 1 less mana to use next turn. But their minions are so powerful anyway that we can kind of just stack our board with them. So this minion is one of the good examples of a card good here. And so whenever you play an Overload card, it gets 1 extra attack. And so we can use it to start going off quite early. This is a minion that's got Wind Fury, which means it can attack twice in a turn, as long as it doesn't get sent back to my hand. Cool. So the thing about Hearthstone is because it's a speedrun that's always changing because of new expansions. So that's a card that's only recently been added. It's a really nice addition where you get rid of all of your overloaded mana, which you couldn't use. And you deal 1 damage for each of the manas that you re-unlock. So it's another nice recent addition. I got lucky in my Exner didn't really play that much. That they have a card that can destroy a minion and can be a bit of a pain, but they actually played nice today for once. Alright. So next up is Noth, which is we're gonna play Discard Warlock again. Just because it's a good kind of mid-range between control and aggro deck. But also, for Noth's thing is whenever you have a minion die, he summons a 1/1 skeleton. And of course, he'll end up building a big board otherwise. But we'll use strong discard minions to try and get around that. It's a good hand. Alright. If you have anything to read, now would be a good time.
Sorry, I had to find my unmute button. Yes, so Valuethon, by the way, is a bi-yearly speedrun that is focusing on creating a fun environment for speedrunners to get together and show off their runs while raising money for charity. This event is a special mini-thon containing only speedruns of an hour or less, raising money for the National Psoriasis Foundation. If you would like to donate towards that or any of our incentives.
Yeah, so this has been a pretty decent start. I managed to roll the 1 in 3 to discard this from my hand. Yeah, so this is his gimmick, is he starts summoning these 1/1s. Which sucks. Oh, another lucky face hit there. Oh. So now he's played this, which whenever one of his minions dies, he draws a card. And so he's going to give us 10,000 animations and waste us a lot of time. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of that for safety. Okay. Looking okay, I'm going to get rid of this as well. Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. I don't know why he's trading a Hearthstone AI. It's not the smartest tool in the shed. Alright, so we should have the kill next turn. Oh wait, no. Maybe not. So, he has secrets, which is, you put them down and it'll activate something on your opponent's turn. Okay, so we got the bad one, which is Ice Block. I think he has 3 secrets, and only one of them is real bad, which is Ice Block, which is whenever he takes, whenever he's about to die, it just stops him from dying, which is particularly annoying, but we didn't have any more secrets that turn. Alright, so this next fight is going to be our last example of discard Warlock, and we don't have to play it anymore. So Hagen's gimmick is he has a hero power which deals 2 damage. I think it's 2. It's 2 or 3 damage. No, it's 2. To the leftmost minion on your opponent's board, which is interesting. And so we play around that is we'll put high health minions and minions with good death rattles, or minions that have that do beneficial things for us when they die on this side, to try and circumvent his hero power. That sucks for us as an opening. Well, we've got a lot of discard synergy in our hand right now, so we might be okay. Here you go, so he's going to use it. I used it on a Death Rattle minion, so we get our Death Rattle propped. I'm going to get rid of this. Make sure I put my higher health minion on this side. Doesn't die. Cool. Hopefully I get someone to discard this turn. No, but I did get this minion, which has a really good Death Rattle, so summon a 4/4. Nice, okay. I'm going to try and go for this. Ah, okay. That was unfortunate. Alright, we should be okay now. I think we're in a pretty good position to win from here. He also has that card, which makes each player gain an extra mana and draw a card. Oh, it's very rare that he actually plays it, but him playing 2 is like even more uncommon. But now we've got I'd say maybe just a few resources to use. Yep. I don't think I've ever had a board this big on this fight. Alright, so that should... Well, that definitely is the end of Discard Warlock. We'd have to play this one anymore. Although up next we have what used to be the most annoying fight, I'd say. In the adventure. Especially in Heroic, this one sucks in Heroic, is Lower Feb. So the gimmick about Lower Feb, he has a lot of health. Like, a lot of health. Which seems a bit ridiculous that you'd have to try and defeat him, because he's got a lot. But he plays particular spells which will summon these 0/1 these 0/1 minions, which a Death Rattle will give your minions +8, I believe. 75 health, which is like 45 more than everything else, essentially. So we're going to play something here called pretty much the opposite of Discard Warlock. This is Big Hand Warlock. Where the idea is we're going to stack our hand with as many cards as possible, which allows us to summon big minions super early on. So by turn 4, coming up here, we'll be able to summon an 8 attack, 8 health minion, which is ridiculous to summon this early on. So the reason this is good, particularly against lower feb, oh, he's going on the aggressive. So this is good for lower feb because, well, one, he's really aggressive, so we're able to bring some big taunt minions to protect ourselves. And also, when he does eventually play the card which summons the spores, which will let us gain a bunch of attack, they won't actually kill all our minions, unlike other aggressive decks. He's unfortunately refusing to play any of them. Yeah, it might just end up killing me instead. Oh, this is bad. Yep, okay. Man, it's actually really uncommon to be able to lose that marathon luck. But he didn't play any spores, which can just happen sometimes. Alright, so keep that. Alright, so hopefully he'll actually play the spores against us this time, so we can actually win. Oh yeah, so this little thing that happens here is one particular expansion added 2 cards which, depending if you build your deck with only odd cards, only with even cost cards, so all my cards here cost an even amount, it'll affect your hero power in some way. So if your deck is only filled with even cards, even costed cards, your hero power will cost 1, only 1 mana, which is pretty good. Yeah. Oh, I might have been a bit risky actually to. No, that's fine. Yeah, so our hero power is costing 1, which allows us to build our big hand a lot faster. Okay, well there goes both of his poison seeds. I'd love for you to play spores, that'd be nice. There we go. Finally got him to play spores. So hopefully he doesn't play anymore. Oh, that's actually fine. Okay, so we're going to defeat this, which is going to block the spore. And then we're going to play this minion, which gives adjacent minions Wind Fury. And we can just defeat him. So yeah, as soon as he plays a spore, it's pretty much dead. Alright, next up is another really RNG heavy dependent fight. So Vesuvius, he starts with 2 big taunt minions which you can steal. And priests have cards which let you set the attack of a minion to be equal to its health, and also buff health of minions. So our idea here is we're going to get hold of these taunt minions and then just buff them a lot. And then our other backup plan is this guy has a particular weapon that he can play, which deals double damage to heroes. It has like 5 attack normally. But we have a particular card which lets us steal that weapon. And we can deal 10 to his face instead. Alright, so here I'm going to... There you go, there's the card. This now has 14 attack. Which lets us make quick work of this guy. Is he not going to play... Oh no, there we go, he's playing his weapon. Sometimes the AI likes to throw away their coin for some reason, which gives... If you go second, you get given the coin, which gives you an extra mana to play with. On 1 turn only. For some reason the AI just likes to throw their coin away, without actually like using the extra mana, which is interesting. But this is a good fight. Alright. So, next up we're going to go back to Aggro Token Druid. So the gimmick with this guy is he plays minions which have death rattles that they'll summon a minion on your side of the board, but each turn that minion will deal damage to your hero. But we can take advantage of these bad minions which have 0 attack, and we can just buff them.
Here for a lesson?
Yeah, so this is another new card which was just added, which is another good card. It's not the best hand, but we can work with it. Right. Oh, nothing on turn 1. That's actually good for me. Alright. So yeah, something you also might know is we had a recent vote in the community where we decided on allowing the thing you can see on the side of the screen, on the right hand side of the screen, which is a deck tracker. So the deck tracker lets us keep track of what cards we've got left in our deck. It can be quite useful, especially in heroic modes, where keeping track of everything you've got left in your deck can be really important. So that was a very recent change that we have now allowed the use of them. Deck tracker is not built in, but I have it overlaid. So, please. Alright, so this fight is okay. It's not super fast. Okay. I don't think I've seen him play that many. Cool. Yeah, it's just not against the rules anymore. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, so up next is an interesting, another interesting fight. So we've got the Four Horsemen, which is a pretty unique fight. So, the actual hero, the enemy hero, only has 0 health, but he has 3 minions on his board, which all of them read your hero is immune. So it's completely immune until we either kill these enemies, or what we're hoping to get is cards that let us silence them all. Oh, that's perfect. This is another brand new card that was just added, which for 1 mana you can silence all enemy minions. So we can immediately just get rid of all of their text. And now we can immediately attack the hero. So this is actually pretty lucky. We get a turn 3 win here, which is really fast. It is possible to get turn 2 and possibly turn 1, but I have the deck built right for turn 1. Because it's not consistent. Yeah, so this is an easy turn 3 win. And that's also a gold split for me. Because I haven't actually used that new 1 mana silence card yet. Alright. So we're coming up to the second to last set of fights here. So here is Patchwork. So the thing about Patchwork, he has no cards to play. And his whole gimmick is he just has a big weapon that he can start using immediately. Which essentially puts you on like a timer, unless you freeze him. And also Hero Power, which destroys minions. So the idea is, we're just going to use Druid to build up a big board. Since he can't really do anything against the board. So you can play like a much riskier version. We also get the coin. Since he has no cards, we technically go second. So, we're going to be able to use the coin. And this card draws a card at the start of your turn, which is real nice for aggressive decks like this. So we just draw an extra card. Alright, so next turn we should be able to go for the big board buff. So we'll have enough to make it worthwhile. Okay, so we're going to... Actually, no, this is technically better. Alright, so that should be a turn 4 win. This is one of the few fights where you can get a turn 3 win from an aggressive deck. but you have to be quite lucky for it. Alright. Okay. So, like, the next 3 fights are, I think, some of the hardest fights we're gonna have. Particularly this next one was the hardest one in normal for a while, and still is one of the most annoying ones. Barefoot just didn't see a Mana Storm. Yeah, yeah, Millhouse is actually okay for that fight, because the enemy has no cards. So, Grobulus, he has a very particular 3-mana card, which will give a minion +5/+5 and taunt, which is super bad for us particularly. So, recently I've been using Secret Mage here to set up a counter spell to try and avoid him using this, using his Give Taunt card. So it's 3 mana, so I'm going to make sure I have counter spell set up now. Save no minions on board. The only spell he's likely to play is that card. And there we go. So we get that countered. Otherwise, it'd be pretty annoying to deal with this fight. Alright. Yeah, so other than that, we're playing a Secret Mage, which benefits... Oh, he's got another one. Which benefits from the use of secrets. This could be bad. That's not what I wanted to draw, but sure. Okay, so we're going to try and deal with this board first. Nice. Alright, so his entire board's going to die because of that secret. Let's just set up to defeat this. Okay. We should be fine. Yeah, so this fight used to be super, like, much more scary than this. Oh, that's a bad means to play into that. But we've switched swap into Secret Mage, it's not being as bad. Should soon have enough to actually defeat him.
We have many secrets. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, so it should be a next turn win. Granted, like, something monstrously bad happens. Like that. Actually, that's not that bad. Actually, that just sets up lethal. Because it's like with Fireball. Okay, Grobulus' first try is really nice in a run. Grobulus can suck. Well, I got quite lucky there. This is another annoying fight. Gloof's hero power is set the health of all minions to 1, which means in a traditional aggressive deck, none of your minions are actually going to survive on the board for very long. So we use a stealth rogue deck, so that all our minions won't just be killed immediately. We can actually keep things on board. And also, on top of that, he has a very particularly OP weapon, where whenever a Death Rattle minion dies, it gets +2 attack? Yeah, +2 attack. So our other game plan is we're going to try and steal that weapon after he's buffed it a little bit. That's kind of bad. That's fine. Oh, that's very nice. Again, if you've got anything to read, now is a good time.
I would like to give a shout out to my French toast that I'm eating.
Cool.
Sorry. Yes, we did get a donation in, actually. Let me pull that up. It was a $5 anonymous donation that says, "Whoa, value." Went towards the
Value.
Castlevania 3 Belmont IRL costume.
Thank you. Alright, so this is actually looking okay. So, if everything goes okay, we might be able to get lethal next turn. I said he's taunting me back to his hand, so yeah, he's likely to play it again. And he's not gonna... Is he gonna... Okay. I was wondering why he wasn't gonna trade. He also just set me up for lethal again by... Well, oh, I'm one off lethal. Oh, typical. So close. Also, he hasn't played any of his weapons, which is unusual. Alright, that was fine. Oh. Yep. Alright. So now we're coming up to the final three fights here. So first up, we've got Thaddeus. So Thaddeus's gimmick is he's every turn he'll use his hero power, which is only 0 mana, and he has to use it. It swaps the attack and the health of all minions. So if a minion has 2 attack and 1 health, next turn it will have 1 health and 2 attack, and it will keep swapping. Which can be a little annoying, except we can use minions with death rattles that only have 0 attack. And so as soon as we play them, on the next turn they'll die, and they will get their good death rattle activated. We're also going to take advantage of buffing attack, which will be swapped into health next turn, and vice versa. He unfortunately also has the same egg strategy we do, so he's going to get a good minion here. Oh, I think end of one. So I'm going to use this this minion here, which sets his hero power to cost 3 mana next turn. And so he's going to use his hero power. And then he can't play anything else. So that sets us up for another 3. Oh, we can do it again. So he's not going to be able to play much next turn either. Just going to play 1 spell. Yes, this guy has a lot of lightning spells, which can be pretty annoying, taking out your minions. But we should be fine here. Okay, so he's probably gonna play lightning. Yep. I had a feeling I was gonna play lightning storm. We should be fine though. Should be lethal next turn. Because we'll get this. We've got 3 damage in hand. Yep. Alright, oh, that's not the worst Thaddeus. Alright, so now we're going on to the last 2 fights. Next up is a fight that used to be annoying until we changed strats not too long ago. So just like the other fight where we used Priest, where we used spells to buff the attack of our minion, we can do that again here. Try and get a 1-turn kill. So the issue here is this hero power will destroy all non-frozen minions, I think it is. So going aggressive on this fight is kind of difficult. Because the game gives you, although the game gives you this minion, which is, it's got 10 health. It's frozen forever, so it'll never die from the hero power. Minions either side are immune to the hero power here. But the thing about it is it's got 10 health. So if we're able to buff it up, we can just go for a 1-turn kill. Although we do got to get lucky with our card draws a little bit here. Okay. Okay, we need 1 more of those. This isn't looking great. Especially with this. We'll get rid of that.
In the dark, the light shines brightest.
All right. So we can now get the kill next turn. So the idea is we're going to silence the minion so it's no longer frozen. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to silence the minion so it's no longer frozen. We're going to give it 2 health buffs, and then we're going to make its attack equal to its health. So we can get the kill. Alright, cool. So we'll go to the last fight here. So, someone will be ready on time in about 2 minutes. So here is MiphaSR, who also used to be a pain until we swapped to Fat Hand deck again. So again, we're just gonna build up a big hand and yeah, so I'm gonna build up a big hand and put down some big minions on like turn 4 and some 5. So the gimmick here is he has 2 phases. The first phase ends when you break through his 15 armor that he's gonna have. In his first phase, he has his hero power, heals every turn, which will deal 2 damage to us. 2 or 3? It's 2. And freeze us. Which helps us play our Molten Giants by putting us on low health. But can also be pretty risky, because he end up killing us pretty easily later on. So we're going to set up Doomsayer here, so we hopefully have a clear board going into the next turn. Are we going to be in range from Molten Giant? Yeah. Yep. So I'm going to throw down Molten Giant. Oh, that sucks. It's just going to slow us down by a turn by freezing it. Oh, actually, we're going to play this first. Costs 1 if the hand is full. This minion copies the attacker health of another minion. So now we've got a real big board. So we're going to play these this Wind Premium, get it down. Oh, okay, that sucks. Freezing all our minions. So we're going to take... we're going to take a quick safety heal here. Oh, I should have attacked with that. Whatever. Oh, I don't think we... No, we don't... Do we? Alright, yeah, so time is coming up this turn. As soon as his health turns to 0, and that's time. Alright, that actually went pretty well. A couple of resets, but not on like any of the key scary fights. That was good. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to show off or say.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the run.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and get set up for the next one. Stay tuned, everyone.